Hello and welcome to our channel Popular Chase. Are you searching for the must-watch and best movies of 2022? If yes, follow this list of the top 10 best Hollywood movies in 2022. Despite 2021 being a generally bad year, it was a rather fantastic year for movies. Because COVID-19, 2021 was an incredibly active year for film. 1. Top Gun: Maverick. Pete Maverick Mitchell has spent more than 30 years serving as one of the Navy's best aviators. He is now where he belongs, pushing the limits as a fearless test pilot and avoiding the promotion that would have grounded him. Maverick meets LT. Bradley Bradshaw, call sign Rooster, the son of Maverick's late friend and radar intercept officer LT. Nick Bradshaw, aka Goose, when he finds himself training a detachment of Top Gun graduates for a specialized mission the likes of which no living pilot has ever seen. Faced with an uncertain future and the specters of his past, Maverick is drawn into a confrontation with his own deepest fears, culminating in a mission that demands the ultimate sacrifice from those who will be chosen to fly it. 2. Batman. Batman enters the criminal underground of Gotham City after a vicious murderer leaves a trail of puzzling clues. He must establish new connections, identify the offender, and bring justice to the misuse of power and corruption that has long plagued the city as the evidence starts to point closer to home and the scope of the perpetrator's intentions become apparent. 3. Everything Everywhere All at Once. Overworked Evelyn Wang tries to deal with everything, including a strained relationship with her critical father Gong Gong and her daughter Joy. Her laundry is on the verge of disaster, and her marriage to her cowardly husband Waymond is in trouble. And as if dealing with a depressing midlife crisis weren't enough, Evelyn has to get ready for an unpleasant encounter with a faceless bureaucrat, Deirdre, the unkempt IRS auditor. But as the stern agent grows impatient, a mysterious multiverse fissure develops into an eye-opening investigation of alternate realms. Evelyn may go into the rabbit hole. What percentage of the universe's stars are there? Can drained Evelyn comprehend the unstoppable stream of possibilities, harness fresh abilities, and stop a malicious force from obliterating the delicate, many layers of the invisible world? 4. The Northman. Northman. 5. Turning Red. Malin is a confident, dorky 13-year-old torn between staying her mother's dutiful daughter and the chaos of adolescence. Her protective, if not slightly overbearing mother, Ming, is never far from her daughter, an unfortunate reality for the teenager. And as if changes to her interests, relationships, and body weren't enough, whenever she gets too excited, she poofs into a giant red panda. 6. Prey. Dan Trachtenberg's Prey is the fifth installment in the Prey series. It is also a prequel and takes the story back to the early 18th century. It is 1719. Even as European colonialists compete amongst themselves to capture more and more territory in the New World or the Americas, the indigenous tribes are struggling to ward off invaders and survive. A young Comanche girl, Naru, was trained as a healer but yearns to be a hunter like her brother. She spots Predator's aircraft and assumes it is a Thunderbird, a mythological creature believed among certain North American tribes to be a symbol of strength. Naru takes it as a sign to prove herself. She accompanies a party hunting for a deadly mountain lion just to do that but proves incapable. 7. Happening. Dwelling in this reality is the silently despairing Anne, played by a sensational Anna-Maria Vartolomei in a quietly towering performance. She is a middle-class literature student who hopes for a long, healthy career in her field. But she is pregnant, alone and without choices. Working while mothering in 1963. Not an option. An abortion, in that French period, also impossible. Unless of course she finds a fast and reliable in on a whispered about illegal abortionist and hopes that the procedure is done by a medically sound someone and not a back alley butcher. 8. Fire of Love. Fire of Love tells the story of two French lovers, Keisha and Maurice Kraft, who died in a volcanic explosion doing the very thing that brought them together, unraveling the mysteries of our planet, while simultaneously capturing the most explosive volcano imagery ever recorded. Along the way, they changed our understanding of the natural world and saved tens of thousands of lives. Previously unseen hours of pristine 16mm film and thousands of photographs reveal the birth of modern volcanology through an unlikely lens, the love of its 9. Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. Marcel is an adorable 1-inch tall shell who ekes out a colorful existence with his grandmother Connie and their pet Lint, Alan. Once part of a sprawling community of shells, they now live alone as the sole survivors of a mysterious tragedy. But when a documentary filmmaker discovers them amongst the clutter of his air, the short film he posts online brings Marcel millions of passionate fans, as well as unprecedented dangers and a new hope at finding his long-lost family. A beloved character gets his big screen debut in this hilarious and heartwarming story about finding connection in the smallest corners. 10. Good Luck to You, Leo Grande. In Good Luck to You, Leo Grande, two-time Academy Award winner Emma Thompson embodies the candor and apprehension of retired teacher Nancy Stokes, and newcomer Darryl McCormack personifies the charisma and compassion of sex worker Leo Grande. As Nancy embarks on a post-marital sexual awakening and Leo draws on his skills and charm, together they find a surprising human connection. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel for more videos.